I'm sorry, but when she has kids that are nearly your age, you cannot be calling her the love of your life. So I've been seeing comments all over TikTok saying, Ash Trevino mass unfollowing. And I for real did not know who this lady was, why she became so famous, and why people hate her so much. So I did some research and I regret it because the deeper I dove, the more brain cells I lost. She didn't go viral for posting content, but instead for doing live streams where she's a complete disaster. From what I've gathered, to put it simply, Ashley, more like Trashly Trevino, is a nightmare of a human being. Everyone has a type, whether it be basketball guys, hockey guys, or emo guys.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
Everyone has a specific type of person they're attracted to, and that's completely fine. But Ashley, she's got a unique type. She loves going for bad boys, and I'm not talking about Flash Thompson from Spider-Man, you know, the stereotypical jock who thinks he's better than everyone.
You think you're pretty funny, don't you, freak?
Flash, it was just an accident.
My fist breaking your teeth, that's the accident.
I'm talking about real criminals. So Ashley Trevino got famous on TikTok for being known as what is an inmate hopper, and it is exactly how it sounds. She don't care if you're married, if you're in prison, she want that D.
I'm an inmate hopper, of course I am. And guess what? If your boyfriend was in prison, I'd take him too, baby.
Why is she talking like she's Miranda Sings? Look, I get it. Not everyone in prison is a bad person. Facing life in prison for stealing $30 in candy is crazy. But the men that Ashley's been with, some of them are just straight up bad people. For example, this guy, Francisco Montero, and I'm not someone to judge a person based on their looks, but like, bruh. So him and Ashley had a relationship a few months back, and the two of them used to talk over the phone.
Babe, there's 2.3K people watching you right now.
I would take the time of your day to actually get to know me personally, right? Instead of somebody else painting the picture of me, like, you don't like me. I have good energy, good vibes.
No, I don't need them to like you. I don't need them to like you, sir.
No, I don't need them to like you, sir. I don't need the 2.3K on my stream to like you because I like you and that's all that matters.
Actually get to know me instead of somebody else painting the picture.
To actually get to know me instead of somebody else painting the picture of me.
Interesting. It's interesting because she's talking to this man knowing what he did. And it wasn't stealing candy bars. This guy was charged for doing some serious criminal activity. So what did her lover do to wind up in jail? Well, let's take a look. Francisco Montero is accused of killing 13-year-old Elizabeth Juarez and 19-year-old Ivona Cortez outside an apartment building in March 2018. According to court documents, Montero's DNA and fingerprints were found on shell casings near the shooting. Oh, and it turns out it's a lot worse because he is already serving a 15-year sentence for a separate shooting death that occurred in 2017. I just can't believe that after knowing this is her take on it all.
I don't need them to like you, sir.
And what makes it even crazier to me is that Ashley is a mother of 2 daughters, one of which is 13 years old, yet she is completely fine developing a relationship with this man. Even Ashley's daughters are embarrassed by their mother's strange thirst. So just for context, Ashley has this whole PP Nunu thing. Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. But essentially, PP stands for Pen 15 and Nunu stands for her lady flower.
I've already seen his PP and he's already seen my Nunu.
She was on live stream talking about how she has seen his peepee and he has seen her Nunu, and the person she is talking about is a 19-year-old named Santos, which we will get into later on in the video because their relationship is a disturbing one. But she was on live stream being such an embarrassment that one of her daughters had to walk in and tell her to get off of live.
You need to get off later. You're saying stuff that people don't need to know.
Okay, well.
You need to get off soon, okay?
According to Ashley, and this was as of a few months ago, she has been with 30 inmates.
What? You're my 30th inmate? Did I not tell you that? You really are. I swear. I've been with 30 inmates. Ruby! I swear.
30 inmates? Oh my god.
You go, girl.
Why is she sharing this information like it's a flex? And the fact that you can hear her daughters in the background. So out of the 30 inmates, apparently she's married 2 of them.
I'm not with no one, just with you, but I've already married 2.
And many of these relationships have been over the phone because, you know, they're prisoners, so they're locked up. And I think a big reason why she's so attracted to inmates is because she's dealing with a whole lot of issues herself. And if these guys went out into the real world so that they could get to know the real her, they would probably commit another crime and end up back in prison just so that they could escape from her. It's honestly very weird how Ashley talks about her love life. She talks about it in a way that we're supposed to feel sorry for her.
It's been hard, you know, being a prison wife is expensive.
But at the end of the day, she is the one pursuing these guys. So the Ashley dating scene got really interesting with one particular guy named Jesse because he actually served his time and got out of prison, and this is how she welcomed him out.
I get to love you.
Do you see the back? What does it say?
you.
Imagine getting out of a cell and coming home to a hotel room. Bro, I cannot. The welcome home sign, the rose petals on the bed. Welcome home in a hotel room is crazy. I just find it sad that she shows more love and attention to these inmates than she does to her own kids. She didn't even raise her daughters. They're with her now, but apparently they had to grow up with her mother, so they're a grandma because of countless CPS complaints. Now, I don't know what the complaints were, but apparently Ashley used to punish her kids by pulling them by the hair.
Whenever we lived with her dad, I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her. Like, I feel like he loved her more than he loved me, and so, like, I took my anger out on her. And she doesn't even, like, hate me for that. Like, she doesn't even remember that.
And speaking of CPS complaints, she talks about how many CPS complaints she's had on her in the past few months like it's a flex.
And y'all are really trying to get my kids taken from me, and it's not gonna happen. Do you know how many CPS cases I've had on me in the last 4 months?
I feel like CPS coming to your home within only a few months should serve as a reality check. Even if CPS can't find definitive proof that she's abusing her children, that they're malnourished, it doesn't mean that she's a good parent. And like I said, I get it, not every criminal is a bad person. But Ashley herself has said that every guy she's been with has been charged with SA.
You're with this person, he did this. Are you sure he did that? Were you there when he did it? Did you see him do it?
Well, I have a question for you, Ashley. Did you see him not do it?
Every guy that I've dated has been with that charge. My husband has that charge.
The way she's talked about SA victims really upset a lot of people. Here's a TikTok someone made with an audio of Ashley telling SA victims not to come out years later.
If you're an adult and you're gonna cry it, and you're gonna come out in the public, let it be the same year that it happened. Okay? Don't wait 11 years later.
Don't get me wrong, the sooner the better. If this is a serial SA'er, the sooner they're locked up, the less people can get hurt. But there are reasons that victims take so long, such as fear of not being believed, fear of revenge, and fear of being judged. There is a lot more. In the comments of that TikTok, we're talking about how disgusting of a person Ashley is for the way she talks about SA and the victims of it. And speaking of SA, that brings me to the final topic of this video and her most recent relationship with the 19-year-old named Santos. Why do I love that name? It sounds badass. Saying a hard T, like Santos. I don't know. It sounds like a villain. And honestly, with what you're about to find out, he is somewhat a villain. He's also a victim in this situation, but like, let's get to it. This one is not in prison, and to my knowledge has never been in prison, but with what I've heard about him, it's only a matter of time. So Ashley was already gaining popularity from the whole inmate hopper thing and being a gross mother, but Santos is what really took it to the next level and led to the mass unfollowing of Ashley Trevino. I'm gonna show you a clip from a live she did with this 19-year-old man, but really I want to say boy, because saying man in this situation just does not feel right.
Can you wear those while during Nunu time?
When you're around here and I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
How did it smell, Santos?
Smell like Nunu in this bitch.
Imagine scrolling on your FYP to see your mother asking someone nearly half your age.
How did it smell, Santos?
Ashley claims to be 35, but in my opinion, she looks older and definitely acts a lot younger.
Hey. I haven't talked to you in how many months?
And for those wondering how it smells, I don't know why you'd be wondering. Here's a clip of a song she made about her nunu.
You wanna know how it smells? Ask Santos. You know it smell well. I got nunu.
Damn, Ashley,
I can't even lie, that was a certified banger. She's making it out of the jail cell with this one.
Don't hate on this duo right here. Don't hate on this.
Someone said call 911.
Look what I have charging.
Yeah, charging. Oh, you don't need that when you have me.
Bro, going from acknowledging that this boy is a lot younger than you to whipping out a
toy.
The more and more clips of Ashley that I watch, the more I can understand why her daughters beg her to get off live.
But I had an abortion because I didn't want to have his baby.
Okay, that's actually kind of sad.
Hey, Daddy.
Wait, what? Did she really just go from talking about an abortion to answering this 19-year-old's phone call and calling him daddy? So things get interesting because unlike the majority of those inmate boyfriends, her and Santos actually met. So fast forward a few days and it's Christmas. The time of year where families are meant to be together, and Ashley's preparing a meal, cooking up some delicious brisket. Except there's one problem. Her kids are not invited.
Right now I am alone. My kids just left. My dad kind of picked him up. Santos is supposed to come over. I don't know if he is. He's supposed to.
So let me get this straight. You kicked your kids out of the house on Christmas Day so that you could spend time with your 19-year-old boy toy? This mother gotta get her priorities straight, but with what I'm gonna show you next, when I first saw it, I couldn't help but laugh.
No, wrong bitch. Like, I made this whole brisket for you, bro. I knocked out in the car. Bro, I fucking hate him.
You know, I would normally feel bad for someone who cooked a meal on Christmas Day and their guests didn't show. But considering the fact that she cooks a better meal for this boy than her own daughters who she kicked out of the house on Christmas Day, I just can't. I feel like I'm watching a Disney sitcom and seeing a high school love drama unfold. The way she's throwing her phone so aggressively and then immediately picking up as she gets a text from Santos. So eventually Santos does show up on Christmas Day. He brings other girls, which is kind of a weird thing to do on Christmas Day when you're visiting your girlfriend. Anyways, they're drinking and having a good time until people on the live stream called the cops, and I'm not even sure how they know their address, but the cops did show up.
Yes. So you know, this gentleman is 19 years old. Okay. So,
but he's not drinking.
I had a reason to be here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's 19 years old. Nobody's going to jail. You need to be a little more aware of who's coming to your house.
Can you please tell them to quit harassing my dad?
I just find these laws weird. According to the law, Santos is too young to be having a drink, but also according to the law, it's perfectly fine for this woman who is double his age to be sleeping with him. Oh, but my bad. According to Ashley, she's a woman, which means she's the victim.
I'm tired of people saying like you're 35, he's 19. Okay, but at the end of the day, like, I'm a female and he's a male. Like, there's a difference too on that.
Look, I get it. Santos is just as gross pursuing this relationship, and he has a lot of allegations himself, with countless people accusing him of SA. But Ashley is a grown 35-year-old pursuing a relationship with a 19-year-old who would have just recently graduated from high school and is still learning how the world works. The fact that Ashley has kids nearly his age and has acknowledged the big age difference, I just can't feel bad for her. From what I understand, as of today, Ashley and Santos are no more because they recently got into an argument on live, accusing each other of SA, and Ashley even saying that she's gonna involve lawyers.
That I was trying to essay him. I mean, you know what, at this point, yeah, I am gonna get a lawyer.
But at the end of the day, everyone involved in this whole drama, Ashley, all of her boyfriends and ex-husbands and everyone, they're just all terrible people. I just feel bad for her daughters going to school and having everyone look at them as Trashly Trevino's kids. But I want to know what y'all have to think about this entire Ashley Trevino mess, so leave a comment down below and let me know. If you did enjoy my video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. But that's officially gonna do it, so until next time, it's been IvanSteff.